The 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe, what's new for 2021? Hyundai revealed the 2021 Santa Fe, which is supposed to be a facelift but features some big changes. The current gen SUV was released in 2018 and just over 2 years later, the company has refreshed it. You'd expect the standard aesthetic changes and upgrades, but for the 2021 model, Hyundai has moved the Santa Fe to a new platform altogether. The South Korean automaker has also added new colors to the palette. There are many changes in the tech department as well. Is it right to call this a mere facelift? What are the changes on the outside? Hyundai has swapped the cascading grille up front with a much wider and louder one. The detailing on the inside is different depending on the trim. The headlight cluster now looks to be a part of the grille, unlike the setting from the current model where it sits in a separate housing on the bumper and looks pronounced. The daytime running lights now come in a split T design. Two vertical parallel strokes on each side start at the top and run into the headlight cluster below with a break in between. The LEDs have an uncanny resemblance to the Tesla logo. But the integration is fantastic and it looks pretty sharp. Even the lower part of the bumper is redesigned. Structurally, the Santa Fe remains the same. All the cuts, creases, body panels, ribbed hood etc. remain the same. The wheel arches on the side are slightly widened. Hyundai is offering new 20-inch wheels. No other changes are made to the side profile. Move to the rear and you'll notice a few prominent changes. The automaker has redesigned the elements inside the taillights and it looks cleaner now. The shape is still the same, though. A slim LED bar that runs on the tailgate connects both the taillights. It replaces the chrome strip seen on the current iteration. The rear bumper looks fresh with a neat pattern of elements on it. The reflector blocks are now replaced with a slim bar. The skid plates have less teeth and the exhaust pipes are now out of view. Overall, it looks clean and has a minimalistic design when compared to the model it replaces. Is there anything new on the inside? Hyundai has redesigned the center console completely. The waterfall console now sits a lot higher, giving the driver and front passenger the feeling of sitting in an armchair. The Santa Fe's 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system is now replaced by a 10.25-inch touchscreen. It loses all physical knobs and buttons. The center console now houses all the HVAC controls and a few new controls that weren't there before, more on it later. The traditional gear lever is also dropped in favor of a push-button gear selector. Hyundai has also used soft-touch materials throughout to give a premium feel. Are there any changes mechanically? Yes, the 2021 Santa sits on a new platform altogether. The Santa Fe becomes the first 7-seater to be underpinned by the third-gen architecture that already underpins the Sonata. It is capable of supporting electric powertrains as well. Hyundai says this platform will offer improved performance, efficiency, and safety. The automaker has moved all the heavy components at the bottom of the chassis for a lower center of gravity, resulting in better handling overall. The Santa Fe's steering arms are also relocated, and a new ventilation system is in place to improve the airflow in the engine bay. Better insulation equipment is also added to control sound and vibration. There is no word on the engine yet, but the Santa Fe is most likely to carry the same mils. Currently, it is available with two engine options to choose from, a 2.4-liter, 4-cylinder mill that makes 185 horses and 178 pound-feet of torque, and a 2.0-liter, 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that churns out 235 ponies and 260 pound-feet of torque. Power is either sent to the front wheels or all the wheels via an 8-speed automatic gearbox. It is likely to receive a hybrid powertrain as well in the European markets. It could be the 1.6-liter TGDI powertrain from the Kia Sorento that makes 227 horses and 258 pound-feet of torque. The powertrain is paired with a 1.49 kWh lithium-ion polymer battery pack and a 44.2 kW electric motor. There is no word if the US market will receive this mill. Hyundai has also introduced a terrain mode selector to the 2021 Santa Fe. It comes with basic modes like Eco, Sport, Comfort, Smart, and terrain modes like Sand, Snow, and Mud. Final thoughts. The 2021 Santa Fe comes with a whole lot of changes, and for most of the parts, it's a big improvement over its predecessor. The exterior looks sharp and a lot more modern than the current gen, especially at the rear. The cabin looks and feels plush. The gear selector buttons are not something I'd prefer in a car, and it could potentially be a deal breaker for me. It clears up space from the center console and might even be the trend these days, but I'm not sure how many people like this. The drive-by-wire system is replacing a lot of things in vehicles these days, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. What layout do you personally prefer, push buttons, rotary knobs, or a traditional gear lever? Let us know in the comments section below.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.